Okay, 11th of March. Welcome to the Daily Investment Show, public one, where we go through ASX US indices, subsectors and commodity prices, looking for places to invest money. So apparently they're still bombing the crap out of each other. The share market doesn't seem to matter. And we'll have a look at what's happening in the Dubai real estate market. Got a chart for that today. Okay, so the Aussie market, so we're up 0.5%. So it was a nice solid bounce so far this week. I think so the two big areas, the first is the financials. So the financials have broken back out of the dome, so that's encouraging. The materials sector had a nice bounce off support, up nearly 2% today. The financials nearly 1%. The energy sector, so the XCJ, so that's still consolidating after a big run, catching their breath. Our gold miners bouncing off support, so all intact. Actually, I was going to show so this is our materials sector, and I reckon we've got this big channel here that I reckon we're going to hit the top of at some stage. So over the next few years we'll be meandering up here is the rooster's call. He told me I should share that today. Okay, America. So the VIX. So this is the daily chart of the VIX. So that was Monday's panic. That was last night. So I think we're going to probably we will be setting the scene this week. If we look at the S&P 500, so it rallied up and then came back down last night. This is the index version. The live version. So this is the S&P 500 futures. So we've still got this cross of the 20 and the 50. So as I said yesterday, this week it needs to get a bit of a gee up. But so far today they're bombing and it's not crashing, so you have to be bullish. I'm not bullish, or just neutral, say. The Nasdaq, so there's nothing wrong with the Nasdaq, the big tech boys. Nasdaq futures, so that looks pretty. If you look at the daily chart, so there's nothing. So at this stage, nothing scary going on with the American share market. The Magnificent 7 last night, bouncing off the 50 weekly. Nvidia, just boring. The software sector in America. So that's bullish. We're consolidating in the top half of the candle. I didn't look at our tech sector. So our tech sector, so we're still hanging in there. That's fine. Nothing scary there. Got a nice bottom. Private credit. So private credit, well, it's been smashed. That's all that issues they've had with redemptions and whatnot. So far so good. Looks like it's trying to get a bottom. So America does need this. This is the financial. This private credit's just a little subset. So XLF, America does need their financials to get a bid. This is JP Morgan. So yeah, so they need so tech's doing the lifting. The financials need to get some going. Materials in America, so they're having a bounce. Utilities in America, still looking fine. Energy, so just pulling back. We'll have a look at the oil price. Doesn't look like it's going to crash, so I think it's just consolidation. The global gold miners, so they're bouncing off support, so as long as the gold price is steady, they'll keep going up. Little sector where we've recently started investing in is US biotech. Join the channel, $10 a month. ASX US shares, ETFs. Yeah, US biotech looks very nice. Nice rounded bottom. This is so the biotech over the Nasdaq. So we've got biotech outperforming the Nasdaq here. Okay, so the mid caps, America needs the mid caps to get some giddy up too. The mid caps over the S&P 500. So it's been detracting. So if the S&P is going to bounce, this mid cap sector needs to bounce too. Okay, Israel stock market. So everyone's pretty happy about that. I haven't shown this. The biggest holding in the Israel stock market is this Elbit Systems. They just happen to be a defense contractor. I guess they're busy. Okay, Dubai. So this is the Dubai stock market. Okay, so that doesn't look terrible, really. The Dubai real estate market. This is their real estate index. So again, maybe a good time to buy some property in Dubai. Anyway, so the war's going on, but no one seems to be worried. Maybe Trump's going to do some deals, who knows? People just say we've won and he hasn't won, and it all goes on. So China finding a bottom. Emerging markets, so they're getting a bid. Your super fund, VDHG, getting your high growth option. So getting a bit of a bid, but pretty boring. What's this? So this is our model portfolio for super funds, like your member direct. So we're doing all right. We're pretty happy with that. VGS. So VGS looks, well, it's at some support here, so that's good for that. This is if you're a VAS VGS type of person. I did a video not so long ago about how VAS is going to outperform VGS. So I think that trend will continue. Okay, interest rates. So 1 year Aussie at 4.4. Aussie 10 year. So we had a bit of a spike and a pullback. But so flat. US 1 year rates. It does look setting up bullish. And the US 10 year, so flat. Okay, the US dollar, so a bit of a rejection from the 100. So the flight to US dollar has gone away. Oi, Aussie dollar. That's a pretty strong breakout there for the Aussie dollar. That must have happened today. There. So there you go. Aussie dollar on the way up by the looks of it. It looks pretty strong. The interest rate's interesting. So very interesting. Okay, gold. So US dollar gold. That's right, just hanging in there. So neutral. So Aussie dollar gold. So with a rising Aussie dollar, it's still not enough for it to break support. I don't think it would be enough. The girlfriend, silver. So she's chilling. That's fine. Nothing scary there. So Chinese silver in US dollars is 102. So there's still a premium, $14 premium over in China. Platinum chilling, palladium chilling, copper. Let's look at a weekly chart on copper. Yeah, so it's just consolidating there. So it definitely doesn't look bullish. I mean bearish. Buying up here and selling here. Long term it'll break. Okay, oil. What do we? So the daily chart for oil. So we've had our spikes, and now we've. So Mr. Market's obviously not worried about the oil price. We're still at 83. I think we're just going to chill. It could even be one of these things like silver did. It had the spike and then so oil, if we look at the futures, so the December oil contract price is $70. So it's still elevated above old levels. US natural gas is back in the range. Asian natural gas so natural gas is still holding up, as in high, because they got delivery issues going through the channel there. East Coast gas, no issues with supply there. Iron ore, like telling you, I don't know. China's got all these stockpiles. They've hit a record, they're telling you. Well, the iron ore price is saying something different. So that'll be good for our miners. Have copper and iron ore going. So lithium, still at the highs. Spot uranium, just chilling. It's very inactive, that market. Thermal coal's pulled back. So a bit of we're gonna have enough oil for heating. Anyway, it's still elevated though. So, and coking coal. So maybe they're gonna need it again for power. Nickel. Okay, so nickel's got a nice little bullish pennant flag going on here. I think Indonesia's reducing their output by 30 to 40% this year. So maybe a bit more wiggle and then breakthrough. Hope you got some nickel stocks in your portfolio. Aluminium. I think there's quite a bit of aluminium that comes through that channel that's being blocked, which is helping this price go up. Bauxite going up. Okay, now our food. What's happening to our food? Okay, soybeans, giddy up. Corn. So corn's having a bit of a rest. Wheat having a bit of a rest, but all sitting in within last week's candle. Hogs, they're gonna, once they break, will rip. And sugar. So sugar having a bit of a catch its breath to see if it can break through resistance here. Alright, that's your public show. If you enjoyed that, hit the like button. Otherwise, join the channel. $10 a month. See you there. Thanks. Bye.